Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing really very well. In our today's session, we are going to continue our chapter number 5. Okay, so in our previous class, we have seen about the different types of name which our country India got. Okay, and we also have seen the Magad Emperor, the rulers of Magad Emperor, and how people used to live their life in that era. Okay, so now we are going to continue chapter number 5, and the first topic which we are going to start in our today's session is about the society. So what type of or what kind of society in which people used to live? Okay, so come with me and let's start. See, here you can see during this period society came to be rigidly divided into four movements. Now see, my dear student, in this period our society is rigidly divided into four categories. Okay, Brahmans, Kshatriyas, Vaishya and Shudra. Okay, later on many new castes are also developed. See, at that time, as you already know, Brahman dominated the society. Okay, and why they dominant? Because they used to perform all the religious duty, and they are responsible for implementing education. Okay, and who are Kshatriyas? Kshatriyas are warriors. Okay, Kshatriyas are warrior community, and Vaishya, they are engaged in trade and agriculture. Now the Shudra, the fourth category of our society, Shudra. Shudra had to serve them, means at that time Shudra community are the servant of all these three communities. Okay, in addition, there are another group of people who perform jobs like sweeping, cleaning, sewage, etc. They were looked down, up, and inferior and came to be treated as untouchables. See, apart from Shudra, we also have a community of touchables. Okay, so which people considered as touchables? The people who used to do activities like sweeping, cleaning, sewage, they are considered as the untouchables. Okay, intercaste marriage and widow remarriage were not allowed. Okay, in our ancient India, intercaste marriage are not allowed. Okay, and even widow remarriage concept is also not allowed. Okay, now artisans and merchants organized themselves into groups known as shrenis or guild. Okay, so the artisans and merchant groups also started to dividing themselves into two parts, like a shrenis or guilds. Okay, their professions gradually came to indicate their jati. Okay, and why they are divided? Because the profession in which they are engaged, it shows their jati. Okay, sons followed their father's occupation, and thus caste become hereditary. Similarly, kingdom. Okay, kingdom is a hereditary process. King is succeeded by his son. Okay, similarly here, in the category of artisans and merchants, son followed his father's profession. Okay, and here we can also see caste system also become hereditary. Okay, Brahmins formulated separate law for each jatis which were to be strictly followed. Now, who made rules and regulations for this different type of jatis? Brahmins. Okay, Brahmins made a strict rules and regulations which is strictly followed by these jatis. Okay, so this is all about our society. Now the ashram system is also introduced at that time. So here you can see the upper caste were guided by the ashrams. Okay, so the people who come under in upper caste, they have to follow four stages of ashrams throughout their life, and those four stages of life is there. They have to follow brahmacharya, then grihast ashram, vanaprastha ashram and sannyas ashram. It means upper caste has to follow four ashrams in their throughout the lifetime. The first is your brahmacharya ashram, then they have to follow grihastha ashram. Now brahmacharya means they brahmacharya stage which they have to follow, it means they had to get education. Okay, so getting education is comes under the brahmacharya ashram. Grihastha ashram means they have to get married. Okay, Vanaprastha means they have to follow meditation. Okay, and now sannyas. Sannyas means they become in the latter stage of time when they become old, they have to follow the path of ascetic. Okay, so this is all about the ashram system of ancient India. Here you can see the picture of brahmacharya, grihast, vanaprasth, and sannyas ashram. Okay, so these are the four ashrams which upper class people used to follow at that time. Now, Ang, Bihar. See, my dear students, in ancient India, the most important state of our country is Bihar. Okay, Ang, and the ancient name of Bihar is Angdesh. Okay, Ang was located to the east of Magad. So, where Ang country is located, it is located in the east of the Magad. Okay, It includes, means Ang region includes the regions of Bhagalpur and Munger in Bihar. Okay, sorry. So in today's world, in today's modern India, the area comes under Bhagalpur and Munger. In Bihar, it comes under the this kingdom. It comes under this Ang region. Okay. In the kingdom of Ang was the important river port of Chamba. Okay. So when kingdom of Ang flourished, they made a important river port. The name of that important river port is Champa, and Champa forms the boundary between Ang Desh and Magadh Desh. Okay. To the north, so in the north of the Ang, it was the to the north, Ang was bounded by the river Ganga. In the north direction, see, in the east direction, Magadh kingdom is located. In the north direction, Ang state is covered by Ganga from all three sides. Okay, and Champa was the capital of your Angadesh. It was a flourishing city and important center of trade and commerce. See, Ang was a very flourished state. Okay, it means it acted as the center of trade and commerce for that time. Okay, merchants from Ang sailed to distant land and returned with spices and precious stones. So the merchants who used to cross Ang Desh, they usually return from that state carrying spices and precious stones. Okay, it was annexed. It was annexed by the Magadh ruler Bimbisar. Okay, so it is later on ruled by Magadh Emperor Bimbisar. Now the Vajji Confederacy. Who are Vajjis? Okay, now see. According to Rice Davids, Vajjis are the confederation of 8 or 9 tribes, of whom the Vedhans and Lichvis were the most famous. See, what is the meaning of Vajji? Vajji is a confederation, means Vajji is a group of 8 or 9 tribes. Okay, group of 8 or 9 tribes. Okay, in them, Vidhans and Lichvis are the most famous. See, what is the meaning? Till now, we have seen a kingdom having a king and a kingdom, but now we are going to see confederation or unity of tribes. Okay, so this unity of tribes, among these tribes, your Vidhans and Lichvis are the most popular. They are called as Vajjis. Okay, during the period of Buddha, both Vidha and Lich were republics. Okay, so when Buddha period came, both Vidhas and Lichvis were the republics, means they are independent, not ruled by any king. Okay, Buddhist and Jain text tell us the Lichvi were the Kshatriyas. See, according to the Buddhist literature and Jain literature, Lichvis were the Kshatriyas. Okay, Lichvis are the Kshatriyas, and they probably claimed the last remnant of the Buddha, who was also a Kshatriya prince. Okay, see, according to the Buddhist and Jain literature, who are Lichvis? They are Kshatriyas, and according to them, maybe Lord Buddha was also a Kshatriya prince. Okay, Lichvis were independent. They are Vajjis. Okay, the capital of Lichvi is Vaishali. Okay, the mother of Lord Mahavira was a Lichvi prince. That's why the mother of Lord Mahavir was a Lichvi prince. Okay, Mahavir himself was born at a place called Kundan Gram near Vaishali. Okay, so Lord Mahavir birthplace known as Kundan Gram, which is in near Vaishali. Okay, the Lichvis were the followers of Buddha. So the Lichvi community were the follower of Lord Buddha. Today, Vaishali is the center of pilgrimage for both Buddhist and Jainism. See, today, in today modern world, Vaishali, which is located in Bihar, is the center, is a religious center for both Buddhist religion and both Jainism. Okay, Vajjis have no monarch, as we all know. Vajjis are republic. Republic means there is no king. Okay, but they have a popular assembly. Okay, the Vajjis were defeated and assimilated into the Magadh Emperor by Ajat-Shatru. So these 8 or 9 tribes who are known as Vajjis, they are defeated by Ajat-Shatru, and later they merged on with kingdom of Magadh. Okay, the Vajji confederacy eventually declined due to internal divisions and external pressure. See, why Vajjis seen their downfall? Because internal conflicts arises. Okay, and they also get pressure from the external sources. Okay, particularly from Magadh kingdom. The confederacy inability to remain united against stronger monarchs contributed to its downfall. Okay, so they are not able to stand in front of a huge kingdom known as Magadh. Okay, that's why they have seen their downfall. See, the Vajji confederacy play a very important role in India's historical and political heritage. Okay, and why they play an important role in showing in India's historical and political heritage? Because they represent the early experiment of collective because they show, okay, because they show if we can govern having if we have governed in a unity and democracy, okay, then we can remain independent as well as we can also remain disciplined. Okay, so Vajis shows us that if you are free from any monarch rule, then you can also rule in a unified way. Okay, and it also shows us that Vajis are the first democratic area. Okay, Vajis are the first democracy of the ancient world. So if anyone asks you who is the, just like India is our democratic country, okay, so if anyone asks you, tell me who which nation is the first nation as a democrat who attend democracy, means who which is the first nation who received democracy, it was Vajis. The Vajis are democratic ruler of our ancient world, and they are also the first among the whole world. Okay, so this is all in this chapter. So come with me and let's have a quick revision what we have seen in this chapter. We have seen, my dear student, trade was when money was introduced. Okay, so the introduction of money made our trade very easy. Okay, society is divided into four parts: Brahman, Kshatriyas, Vaishya and Shudra. Okay, during this period, okay, during this period new we have seen the emergence of two new religion, Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, so the smaller states are called as Janpads and the larger independent states are known as Mahajanpads. Okay, and the Republic Janpad, what is the meaning of Republic Janpad? The here the people are the ruler, common people are the ruler. Okay, a monarchical Mahajanpad were ruled by a hereditary monarch king. Foreign visitors also came to visit our country India, and they have given a different names to us, like Persians give Hind or Hindu. Okay, and Greek gave us Indoe. Okay, now India is an ancient land and we have a many course. Okay, our country India is a very ancient land and we got different types of name throughout the our history. Okay, so this is all in our chapter. Okay, so I hope, my dear student, you got a very good understanding of this chapter. Go thoroughly through this chapter and complete all the exercise based on this chapter. Okay, now I am taking leave and going to meet with you all in my next session with a new chapter. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye.